All right, quick project demo time. So I've got this little touchscreen panel. It's a little 1280 by 400 doohickey I got off of Amazon. It's just got HDMI in it. It's got USB for the touch input, and it is connected to the little mini PC that is hiding right in there. And this is what I'll be showing off now, but I've also, might as well show this off. I've got, whoa, those lights are bright. I've got controls for my Elgato key lights, where I can turn them on and off. I can, if I click this little button here, that's hard to see when it's not turned on in the camera. Links them, I can change the color temperature, so that's a cooler temperature, warmer temperature. You can see the in the background against the white wall, the color changing. I can change the brightness, make it dim, make it bright. Freaks out a little bit because this is a LabVIEW app, and as you move it, it'll send like 100 updates in really quick succession. But yeah, that's really bright. Don't need that on. The other thing I'm working on, and I just got finished, is I've got a little like network cabinet down here off the left side of the desk, and it has, in addition to my network switch, has two 8x8 video muxes. I've got all of these monitors going through it. The TV that is, you can see right here, currently showing the test pattern from my console HDMI converter, and I've got two monitors over that way out of view that are on my workbench. My computer has three inputs going to it. The little mini PC goes to it. My work laptop dock has three inputs that go to it. I've got Blu-ray and all sorts of fun stuff. And I can take any input and put it on any display anywhere. So right now, again, as I said, on the TV is showing the console converter composite to HDMI, and that's the red indicator. It says consoles. Camera's not close enough to really see it, but the idea is there's, for each of these, the top row are buttons. Those are the outputs. So this one is the TV. On this upper mux, I'm not using any of these yet. Then I have an output that's going to my Elgato HDMI capture, which is sitting right over here. And then mux out. So from the upper mux, I've got a line that goes down to the bottom mux. And then the bottom one goes up to the top one. So I can take, for, like, if I wanted to send this out to the TV, I can do that by, from the bottom one, setting the mux output to my desktop number 2, and then set the TV to the mux input channel. And now we could see there's now a copy of, you can see some of the stats on OBS. And if I wanted to show off the, I've got a Twitch stream running over here. Now you can see there's some animation and a chat window. Yeah, I could take this display and set the TV to show that. Now that's duplicated, so I can actually take this window, wiggle it around, and it wiggles around down there as well. I could take this mux output, change it to the console view. Things are going to reset and flip around. But now there's the, I don't have a console turned on. If I turn on, this might be loud. I don't know. We'll see. There you go. There's Final Fantasy starting up. So this is turning into my one-stop shop for kind of controlling all of my streaming and AV automation. Eventually, I want to add in a bunch of other stuff I was going to do, like live audio monitoring, but I have with down here, I've got that little audio unit because I have an actual XLR microphone now. So I've moved away from voice meter as my audio deck. I may bring it back in a bit so I can still get some more advanced routing and equalization and all that fun stuff. Is this I'm just going to keep sitting on that screen? Is the dongle's working. There we go. So I could continue my game from here if I wanted to. Just trying some power leveling. But yeah, so this is a LabVIEW app. I should go back to setting the mux out to that. So this is one application. It is just a UI with subpanel that I can switch between different subpanel views. It specifically looks for a monitor that has a resolution of 1280 by 400 and then sets itself to that position. Doesn't have a title bar or anything like that, so it just fills the screen. And for the mux, I've got a Raspberry Pi running in my little networking cabinet, and it is running Raspbian, and it's running the Hobbyist Links toolkit. And it runs a little LabVIEW web server, so it's using my web server that I have written. I should just show the project, which keeps getting reset down to this little monitor when I change the displays. But it's running my LabVIEW web server. This is running again on this little machine, so when I click an output and then change what input is routed to that output, this sends a web request to the web server that's this app running. Eventually I'm going to build it as a startup executable for the Lynx fake real time that's running on the Raspberry Pi. That'll just always run on startup. But sends a web request over there. And then anytime a change is made, it sends back the full routing status. So if I turn off the application and then rerun it, it gets all of the starting states. Not sure how well this is going to show up, but in my mux, in this application, I've got a big ol' just constant array set up where I can pick the names of the different outputs and inputs, assign colors to them. So here are the outputs. You can see there's the 3 green, the 2 yellow, dark yellows, gray, and orange. So that's this bottom mux. And then same thing here. These are the inputs. So if I go to change an output, we've got the 3 whites, the 3 purples, a red and an orange, and that matches these. I can cancel a mux selection. And yeah, so then these are the yellow, a bunch of grays, a light blue, and an orange for those outputs. Yeah. So I can easily configure that if I need to, and then just, it's a small app, just gotta rebuild it, redeploy it. And then this server application, the Raspberry Pi is connected over USB to RS-232 cables to the 2 mux switches. They have RS-232 inputs. So gets a web request, sends it over RS-232 to the mux switch, reads back the updated state, and responds with that back. Uses a couple of my libraries, the web server, my promises library. I am using Actor Framework just for the component that actually drives the communication to the muxes. And then I use my promises library to get the status responses back from the asynchronous actor back to the web request handlers. But it turns out it was a nice, small, clean application. And yeah, I'm really excited to now have this kind of custom touch based application going.